he at least moves down to the back. But then as he's walking down the back, because he's so wasted, he trips up and he falls into this lady and like gropes her. And she's with her husband who's sitting right next to him. We're sitting right next to her. So he falls over, like all over this lady and like touches her in ways that, bro, you don't need to touch her in order for you to regain your balance and stand up. And so this guy, the husband next to her, like pushes him away. And it's like, fuck off, you fucking idiot. And then this dude, this comedian, swings a punch at him. Bro, husband dodges it, uppercuts him, knocks him out.
Makes me wanna say, yeah, yeah. I met her in Mexico.
Hey, yo, what's up, Welcome back to the Webway. Got the bro on today. He was down in Wellington. Had nothing better to do. I don't know actually how he's in Wellington because we're in level 2 and level 3 Auckland. But anyway.
Hey, you don't need to know.
But hey, he's down here and it's good to have you on, brother. For people that don't know who you are, once again, do you want to say who you are and what you do?
If you don't know who I am, maybe get some internet and then...
We get it!
For anyone that doesn't know me, my name's Joe Daymond. I've been good mates with Webby for a few years now. And I just do a bit of random shit.
Do all sorts now, eh, bruv? Influencer.
Oh, fuck, I don't even...
Speaking of, like, all
That's
the
hate
stuff,
speech.
all the stuff you do, bro, how's the OnlyFans been going?
Oh, fuck, it's pumping.
Is that pumping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fans itself.
And the fans, yeah, because you're in like quite
Not just me.
You're in quite a niche market. Eh? You're in the tiny P syndrome, aren't you?
It's not even that niche, dude. It's actually huge. The market. No, but I don't know. I guess the funny thing about my penis is like, everyone else's grows throughout their lifetime, but I was just born
with the
size that I have now. So when I was actually born, it looked huge. But then it stayed the same size as my body grew.
So your body grew
Yeah.
and it stayed the same size. So technically it's a micro penis.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Micro hard. Yeah.
Micro hard.
But it actually only looks small because I've got like quite big quadrilaterals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense though.
Yeah. And quite big is it AP bands? Like the down the side of your leg?
AP.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, bro, what are you up to, cuz? Like, I guess we were talking about it off air before, but the last time I would have seen you, bro, it was, I think, because we've got a little inside joke. This guy was growing so quick. I used to, every 1,000 followers he got, I used to just message him, fuck you. Because he was growing so quick. Gee, I think he was on 6,000 followers, and I think I was on 10 or something, still at about 10 or 11, but anyway, won't talk about that. And this guy was just going 7, 8, 9, 10. And I was like, is this guy got bots? Fucking, this guy's talking
bots
shit.
today.
Bro, and then next minute, he's at like 50K, bro. So every time we go up, 1K, I'd just be like, fuck you, literally just message you, eh? Bro, yeah, so as I was saying, last time you were here, bro, you were at 7K and now you're at 50. Like, you've gone crazy, bro. Like, what have you been up to?
Yeah, no, it's been crazy. Because when I was here, when was the first lockdown? April, was it? May?
Yeah.
So I think just before then. But in between then, so just before then, I'd actually just finished an internship with the New Zealand Film Commission.
Yeah.
As a developing director. So I'd just done that, and then I was I don't even know why I was down in Wellies, but I'd just come down probably for I think it was for a show. But because I always come down and do like low care shows.
Yeah.
I'm not like headlining or anything.
Yeah.
I'll just hop on. So I think I came down to do that after my internship, and then like lockdown and shit happened. No, I came down to pick up my brother. That's why I was down.
That's right.
Fuck, okay,
yes.
That's what happened.
Drop him off.
Yeah, so my brother goes to Mount Albert Grammar. Came down to drop him off at my parents' house and then drive back up before lockdown. So I think that's when we caught up. But in between then, I just I'd already been growing my audience on social media, and then it was just sort of the perfect I guess the perfect time to be growing.
Yeah.
Any of the growth that was going to happen over that period, it just sort of multiplied.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny, bro. I talked to people about COVID, and obviously it's a shit situation, G. But for some people, they've taken, like, you're a perfect example, bro. You've made the fucking most out of it. Because I just remember being like, yo, what are you going to do during this time? You're just like, I'm going to make content every day. And I was like, yo, like, fuck. Because you've been making content every day for 4 years. So it's not like anything's changed. But I think it's just, are people on their phones more now? Or what? Like, because I guess everything in terms of COVID, everyone's on their phones looking at it 24/7. Do you think that was played a part of why you fucking blew up?
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you've been
And
making the same content for fucking years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's 100%. Everyone was on their phones, and I'm fucking scucks as.
Yeah. And then more saw your micro penis.
No, it's brotherhood.
Yeah, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, because I'm unreal at like pulling mitts and sucking dick and shit. So,
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
yeah.
I can speak from experience.
You know.
You know. So yeah.
Fall all winter. But yeah, bro, it was just honestly like it was as simple as everybody was at home, and that was why when the 4-week lockdown was announced, I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just pump, I'll just pump something out every day and some content, and then fuck, I'm in.
You're fucking in.
I'm in.
Because bro, it did go crazy, and I remember even. Do you remember which? Like, I don't know if there's one video, or do you think there's one time where? Because I knew you were always going to go well because the hard work you put in and shit, but it was a matter of time. But I feel like you grew so quick, bro.
Yeah,
and
do you
remember like a certain time where you were like, holy shit, like this is the one?
Yeah. No, I think it was probably, bro, I did this like, so for anybody, so for context for anybody that doesn't know, basically what me and Webby are talking about is, like I was going on Instagram, and then over lockdown I posted like an Instagram sort of skit every single day. And like and yeah, my following grew fucking like quite a lot. And I think the one that probably set it all off was maybe like my first one that I do these like Jacinda Ardern FaceTime ones where I pretend she's like my auntie and FaceTime her. So I think that was probably the first one where, because what was happening was I was building.
Are they on YouTube, bro?
I don't think so.
Nah, I was going to chuck it up.
They're just on Instagram and
OnlyFans or
yeah.
Oh, that's your other video with Jacinda.
Yeah, 30% off.
Yeah, 30% off. Joey D, small P.
Just for tonight.
Discount code.
But
You think it was
yeah,
that?
just that first Jacinda Ardern one, bro. Because I think what was happening was my audience was building up. Because yeah, I tell people I got to 10K before it like started to go crazy. So what was happening was I was building up like quite a lot. It's quite a long female hair there.
Oh, you don't know.
I got a few of those lying around.
You don't know what I do on that table.
No, those are dudes here, but
That's fine.
that might have been your hair actually. Your hair's quite long at the moment, eh?
Yeah, luscious locks.
Hey, congrats. But fuck, we talk some rubbish, eh?
We do, but it's good.
So Jacinda Ardern, she's my auntie,
Yeah.
and
You pretend to FaceTime call it.
I pretend to FaceTime.
You and
call her.
Honey.
Yeah, me and Honey. but bro, pretty much what was happening was my audience was building up, but it was like, it was a very sort of, which I was super happy with. It was a very brown audience, which I always knew was, because like brown people in particular are so active on social media, I always knew like that was going to be like the first audience that I tap into.
Yeah.
And then the Jacinda Ardern one sort of opened me up to everybody.
Yeah.
And I just had all types of people come in, and that was sort of how it went.
You know how you say you had quite a a brown following. Do you think, because some of the posts some of the stuff you post is out the gate. You talk about your penis all the time.
So out the gate.
And I guess, which is fine. That's what you do. That's how it's a fucking funny guy. But were you ever, how do I put this? From the brown community, were they sort of like, fuck, you shouldn't be talking like that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A little bit.
100%. Yeah. No, I've had it heaps. I think like one of the big reasons I talk, because me, like anybody that knows me, I'm like a fucking like hypersexual dude, but not in like the way where I'm like horny as and creepy as, but like, I just talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm not actually like that, I think that's why I do talk about it all the time, because I know like it's such like a taboo subject for a lot of people.
I see what you're saying.
And I always found like even as a younger dude, like in my late teens, early 20s, that it was sort of the one subject that could break the ice on just about anyone. And even to the point where when I was quite young and I was taking girls on dates and stuff, I would say stuff right out the gate real early on. Like we'd be talking, they'd be like, what's your favorite food? And I'll be like, probably like, I love eating hamburgers, eating ass. I love sushi as well, pizza. Like I was just slip it in there, and bro, it always just breaks the ice because it's that one sort of universal subject that everybody has an opinion on. It's that one, like that's that one thing that everybody knows, and everyone has their own opinion on it. So
fucking, you've sort of brought that into comedy.
Yeah, well, because it's like me, like that's what I find funny.
Yeah,
that's why I always sort of fall back onto that, because it's that it's that thing that, as I said, it can split a room, and obviously amongst like Pacific Islanders in particular, Māori a little bit, but probably not as much. It's a very, very like taboo subject. So, you know, like through religion and stuff, there's probably like a lot of sexual repression in like a lot of Pacific Island communities, which is understandable. Like, if religion's prominent. So it's a device that I kind of use for not only just for comedy, but to break the ice.
Yeah.
But then obviously, if you're going to do that, you're going to get like a lot of pushback as well. So
Yeah, but the thing is, people have got to understand that it's a fucking joke. At the end of the day, you're a comedian. That's your profession. Your job is to make people laugh any way possible. Obviously within boundaries, but it's not like you're doing anything next level out the gate. You know what I mean?
Hard out. And the thing I always tell people is anything that I'll say, like kind of as a joke, when they try and go to me, oh, is that what you truly think? Like, you know, there's people out here doing this. Are you like them? And I'm like, no, if you want to have a serious conversation, like I can.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to do that right now. I'm fucking.
It's so funny, bro, as you say that, because fucking I was talking to someone about just like literally just after you sort of blew up, and someone was saying, fuck, you're the little potty. What, is he like that all the time? And I said, fuck, he's actually not, bro. He's a funny motherfucker, but he's actually quite a deep, very intellectual, smart person. You know, like I don't want to lick your nuts here, but you are quite a smart guy. You went to Scots and you went well at high school, and it's not like you're just fucking taking the piss 24/7. You can have an intellectual conversation with someone, you know. Yeah. And I think that's
cheers, bro.
Yeah, I think that's cool. And people fucking don't even understand, like, you're on property and you could have gone a different way in life. Like you could have just been like, oh, yeah, mum and dad, I'm gonna tick boxes and go and do property, but I actually want to follow my dreams and do this.
Yeah.
People don't understand that, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like my whole direction of taking comedy, and and then like as I was saying, like the direction I take comedy itself is always sort of the philosophy of I just sort of pushing boundaries, asking questions, and it's not pushing boundaries for the sake of like hurting people's feelings or offending them, but it's always with the frame of mind of being like, well, why do you think that way? Why is it like that? I'm not challenging you to change, but I'm just asking, like, why do you think that way?
Yes.
Why, like, where does that thinking come from?
Yeah.
Because I'd be interested to know. This is like what I think.
Yeah.
So with everything that I do, it just comes from that.
Yeah.
Like that thought process. So like I've already had people, come up to me in person or message me, and they'll have their own opinions and stuff. But I guess for me, like I always know where I'm coming from with things. So
yeah, when
it comes to things like cancel culture or offending people, like from the start, I never gave a fuck. And even as I've become, in some circles, like I guess people have become more familiar with like what I talk about and stuff. It's that fear or awareness of that kind of stuff has never really changed for me, because it just doesn't play a part into like how I think about stuff, because it's never me trying to hurt people. It's just like, no, I'm just asking questions. Yeah, exactly. And if it offends you, I want to know like why it does.
Yeah. It's a good point, bro. Because you're a really, really creative dude, and even your jokes and like your Instagram, and I sort of want to tear that down a little bit and break it apart. Like, do you have like a creative process you go through before you make the content?
No, not particularly. Like anything I do, so like what I... Yeah,
because like people just think you get up there and you just fucking talk shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure you do, but I know there's like, there's some mahi, and bro, actually, I'll bring this even more back. I saw him in Auckland about 6 weeks ago, probably. And
was it that long ago?
Probably, yeah.
It didn't feel like that long ago. Eh? Oh yeah, of course.
And I said to him, "Gee, what are you about to?" And this guy reckons, "Oh yeah, I've been just writing content from 7 a.m. till like late in his office every day, you know? Yeah. And then at night you go and you go and do open mic, you know? So it's not like the bro just jumps on stage and just fucking talks, like, so take me through the process of creating that content, bro.
Yeah. So the stuff that I was talking to you about writing was, so like my next big thing is trying to like write a feature film. So that's what I was...
Shit, oh, true.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing.
Oh, so it wasn't even for the like...
There was a bit of stand-up in there, but... Yeah, trying to write a feature film at the moment. And I've written heaps of scripts, bro. Like, fuck, I've written heaps of stuff that's like half finished. Most of it's rubbish. Writing another one probably going to be rubbish, but it's just all part of like...
Reps.
100%. My mate Frankie, she shared a graph that like I always think about, and it was...
Frankie Adams?
Yeah.
Frankie Adams, who's...
Shout out, Frank.
Just for a bit of context, she was on Shorten Street for a while as Ulla.
Yeah.
She is now, bro, what's the Netflix series she was in?
She's on Amazon Prime series The Expanse.
Yeah. She's a really, 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 really super talented
super
actor.
talented.
Yeah.
Fucking like, I mean, she's already obviously massive.
Yeah.
But she'll be like, she's gonna be huge. But
Hutt.
she
Shout out to you, Frank, by the way.
Shout out Frank. Shout out Vin.
Yo.
She shared this this graph, and it was basically if you're creative just by motivation, like you're just kind of you'll create then, and so your stuff it'll be all right, and it'll be okay. It will be like not okay as well.
Yeah.
But then if you create by what's the fucking word, by discipline,
Yeah.
then you're creating every day.
Yeah.
You're gonna create more shit that's fucking like the worst shit you've ever written, but you're more likely to like crack that gold as well. So that's pretty much what I do, is just
True. That's a good way to put it, G.
yeah, it's just I explained it the worst way possible.
No, but I know what you mean. And
yeah.
no, you did explain it well. But yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I pretty much just do that, bro. I just shoot shit at the wall and then just whatever sticks. So my creative process is basically just like my mind's constantly ticking. So I'll just write down a million ideas that I have a day.
Yeah.
Whether it be for a film, or be for stand-up, or be for like a business, or just anything random, I'll write all of those down, and I'll literally try and start like every idea I come up with, bro. Like
Bro, you remind me of me, G.
yeah,
It's fucked up.
Genuinely.
Even bro, my partner would be like, "The fuck? You
Yeah.
want to make an app out of that?"
No, honestly, bro, and it's shit like that, and people, bro, honestly, I think a lot of people that only see me in small spouts, they probably think I'm like bipolar or some shit, because I'm always coming to them like, I've got this fucking amazing thing, I'm gonna do this,
I've cracked it.
Yeah. And so it's for me, it's a process of always like coming up with big ideas and trying to do the biggest thing possible with them.
Yeah.
And people don't see the 50 million failures of them,
Yeah.
of all those ideas.
Yeah.
Fucking 99.9% of them fail.
Yeah.
But the 0.1% of them that do go well, people fucking see them, on social media, and they get a few likes and they get on the news and shit. That's the 0.1% of ideas that I do come up with that work out well. So that's kind of just how I do things, bro. It's just shoot shit at the wall, and like whatever sticks, just kind of ride with it. And I don't get too caught up in, where to from here, where to from there.
Yeah.
I just like stick in the moment.
Yeah, it's funny when you say about 99% in this 0.1 I worded, because like like I hear people talking about content on Instagram and on Facebook, and it's about putting as much content out as you can, but valuable content, and not getting involved in how many likes you get or how many comments you get, because it's more about getting the content out there. Because do you think like that as well, bro?
For sure. Like if you go on my Instagram, I've got like a stupid amount, like so many videos, and I just post like whatever the fuck, and it just I post it as it comes.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like how I write. It's the same with all these little projects. If you go on my laptop, bro, my whole desktop is just littered with. So anytime I start like a new project, whether it's a business or a script or something, I'll have like a new file, a new folder.
Yeah.
Like fuck yeah, this is the big one.
Yeah.
Start a new folder.
The big 146.
Yeah, big idea number fucking 540, and it's got notes and shit in it. And but I've got not even shitting you, probably thousands of these folders.
Straight
just
up,
heaps of shit that I've tried. But the best thing I learned early was, obviously do something that you're passionate about, but you can't fall in love with your idea. You've just got to know exactly how your process works, work through it, and be completely honest with yourself when you may need to change direction, when it may not be working.
Fuck yes.
And pretty much what I do is I just bounce between the different things, and then whichever thing seems to be picking up momentum, then I'm like, okay, I'll hop onto this, go there, and then when that one starts going well, then I'll look back at another one and be like, oh fuck, that also could fit in here.
That's so true, bro. Same with shit with my clothing, bro.
Yeah.
I'll go one way, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna crack it. Or this one, gee, this hoodie's gonna make it go viral.
Yeah.
And then I'll put out some shit that I put out 3 years ago, and it'll fucking sell.
Bro,
out.
and a pop. Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, I probably put 2 seconds into that. I'm going to change the color.
It's like
but this one, I've been going back and forth with suppliers, like fucking measuring it for months, and I'm like, I'm crack it. One sale.
Yeah.
It's just like, you don't, and then like, it's just so hard to pick, but then you're right. One gets momentum and you just go with it, eh?
Yeah.
And yeah.
And that's exactly that thing. You can't, that idea that you were working on for so long and you put so much time in, you can't fall in love with that idea. And when I say fall in love, I mean, you can't you can't tie like your passion in the thing as to like how good or, like how good the potential is. So just because you've spent a lot of time on it and you've put so much effort and shit into it, that doesn't mean that it's actually any good.
Hard.
Because you can't, at the end of the day, you can't judge like how everyone else is going to see it. So
true, bro.
that's and like the reason I say fall in love is because it's okay. This is like a potentially very misogynistic way to put it, but it's like if you fall in love with somebody, this is coming from the heart now,
AKA the hurrah. Yeah.
You know, you could put so many years and years into that relationship, but the second it's no good for the both of you, you can't be looking at all the years that you've put into it. You've got to be looking at the effect it's having on you now, on whether or not you guys can keep that going or not.
Yes. It's a good way to put it, bro.
Yeah, and that's how I look at all the stuff that I work on. So, we may be like rooting every day, you know, and it's unreal, but then the day that it's not working out and, you know, communication shit and fucking she's chucking shit out my room and
you can't work it out.
Yeah, and we can't work it out. Sleeping in different flats. I'm at my cousin's house on the couch.
You're at Honey's, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm at Honey's. That's the day I know I've got to pack it in.
And then you go see Auntie Jacinda.
Yeah, no. And I got to go call Auntie Jack.
Hey,
are you
Auntie,
ready, my
help me
auntie? But yeah, bro. That's kind of how I treat. Yeah, kind of how I treat like all my creative process is just trying whatever.
Yeah.
And just writing with whatever works, really.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Bruv, so firstly, congratulations. I haven't seen you since. Congrats on selling out Skycity.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, because you saw me like the day before, right?
Before,
yeah.
and I was fucking leaving, bro.
That's right.
So congratulations. What, 2 nights, eh?
Yeah, bro, 2 nights.
That's fucking huge, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Fucking
thank you.
A handsome cunt from Wainui. Fucking reckons sell out Skycity. I mean, is it been done before? Someone your age?
So yeah, youngest ever, fastest sellout.
That's fucking unreal, bro.
Yeah.
And that also shows you the power of social media and what you've done.
100%.
That is fucking... So, take me through that Skycity. Take me through it. I'm so gutted I wasn't there, bro. Firstly, take me through the first night. Take me through, you got up. How were you feeling?
Bro, it was so... I mean, in all complete honesty, in regards to like how my performance went, like I know I was average.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was average. By the first night, I was average. And the reason is because for the first time I'd say in my like stand-up career, I kind of got overwhelmed a little bit, I think, because what happened was the week leading up was so hectic, and even the night, because on the first night I had like a doco crew, not a doco crew, like one of my bros who's shooting like a mini doc. He was following me, but I had like news crews in during the day interviewing me and shit, and had radio in the morning, so I was doing all these things.
Jesus, so too much too fast?
No, I think just too much, and I didn't give myself time to like sit down and sort of take it all in.
Yeah.
Didn't give myself time to relax or anything. I just sort of was in the middle of doing all this stuff, and it actually happened both nights, bro. Because the buzziest thing was on the second night, I had the guy filming the documentary, and then I had a crew from filming a TV show. So like 2.
Jesus.
And so I'm literally like filming this TV show.
How did you even stay focused?
Right before, like that was the thing. Like I was real out of it, and so like I kid you not, I was filming this TV show, and then I go from filming with them to literally walking on stage, and then go do stand up. So, but it was just all like quite overwhelming, and there was a lot going on. So, do
you mean like your jokes didn't hit, or do you mean you were just a bit nervous?
I think I just wasn't there. Like I think mentally I wasn't there.
Did you get good feedback and shit from it?
But people loved it, but I think people just loved it because it was just their first time experiencing stand-up. So,
yeah.
Because I kind of knew that was actually going to be the case. That's why the show was the way it was with me. So if anybody that didn't come, it was me and 3 of my good mates who I've like come through the scene with. So one of them is my real close mate who we basically started at the same time, came out together. The other one, he's similar age. He another close mate of mine. He's a few rings above us. He's like on TV and stuff already, but he's still pretty young. And so, and then the third guy, he's like an old dog, like legend in the scene. And so it was 3 guys, 3 different levels, but all who helped me sort of get to where I was. So I had them 3 on, partly because I wanted I knew it was going to be my audience's first time experiencing stand-up. And so I wanted them to see like other, what there is to offer out there in regards to like stand-up in New Zealand. So, and partly because I knew that, it was such a huge moment for me and so much was going to be going on.
Yeah.
I knew I probably wasn't ready at that moment to be able to do all of that just on my own. So having those three there, like,
helped you out.
Yeah, took a lot of it off of me. But I mean, it was an amazing period, bro.
So what, did you come off being like, fuck, I could have done better, or did you come off being like how did you feel like when you're up there? Like, were your jokes hitting and shit?
Yeah, when I was up there, bro, the whole time I was just thinking, fuck, this is unreal, bro. It's like 700 people just...
Fuck, it was 700?
Yeah. So first night I walk out, bro, and...
Fuck! Whoa, sorry, firstly, how big was the crowd before that? Before 700? The biggest since then?
400.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then before that? Better question, what are you used to?
Like,
if you go open mic in the week, it's not fucking 400,
bro, if you go open mic in a week, it's fucking 10.
Exactly. So going from 10 to 700.
Brotherhood. So on the documentary, you'll see that I do 2 gigs during the week that are the average gig I'll go to. There's like 10 people at each of them. And so 700, bro, is nuts. 400 was the biggest, as I said before, but that was 2 years. That was 2 years ago.
Shit.
So I'll walk out there and, bro, 700 people just like screaming. It was fucking unreal. Like, you feel like the man. But there were people standing up and shit. Fuck, it was actually unreal. Like, it was one of those moments. Like, I'll remember that moment forever.
Yeah.
And then I just remember being up on stage and it's like, when you're doing stand up, you kind of get in the zone and you get in the rhythm of the crowd, and then you just can kind of bounce back and forth with them, and it's kind of just like a conversation at that point.
Yeah,
so it's just sort of flowing.
Is that hard with 700 people?
Oh, bro, for me it felt impossible.
Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, I'm just guessing, this is me just fucking talking out of my ass here, but correct me if I'm wrong. If there's 10 people, I mean, you probably can see all of them and it's sweet and you can be a bit more personal.
Yeah.
But if you've got 700 people...
Oh, bro, it's 200 people like I was handling. So, bro, I had 150 in Dunedin at Starters Bar. Half the crowd was heckling the whole time, and I was comfortable, bro. I was sweet. Like, half the crowd heckling, just shouting shit at me, and I was hitting everybody, like, fucking had comebacks for cunts in the back, dudes in the front.
Yeah.
Just all over the place. I was sweet. But because 150, 200 was like what I was that was kind of like what I had.
Used to.
Yeah, I was used to. Yeah, 700 was just crazy, so I couldn't get into the rhythm, and I just kind of felt a little bit out of it.
True.
But no, it was, I mean, in regards to, just the whole build up and the nights themselves were unreal. It was crazy.
And I mean, you should be proud of yourself, brother. 700 people each night. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, that's coming from where you've come, and I guess all the mahi you've put in, it's obviously paid off, bro. And that's amazing, G.
Sure, bro.
You must be proud of yourself, though, bro. I mean, I'm hoping people fucking pat you on the back, because there's a whole thing about Tall Poppy not fucking lifting your bros up. So this is what I'm doing, bro. Honestly, you should be proud of yourself.
Appreciate it, bro. That does mean a lot. I think it's especially, I mean, as you know of me, like very very critical. So it's only really times like this where you look back that you probably see like, it is an amazing moment to be proud of. But no, everyone was awesome, bro. I think coming back, because I've been in Wellies for like the last sort of since just before Auckland went into lockdown. Just before.
The day before.
Yeah, this the day before. So I've been there for like 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. And just been chilling. So it's been good to wind down. But I don't know, I think my problem is always just once I've done something, it's like straight on to the next.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been good to sort of get that wind down period, but I guess I haven't really sat and thought about Skycity properly. I've just been thinking about like what the next few things will be.
So if you do it again, what would you do differently? Because you say you're overwhelmed, you had so much shit going on.
Yeah.
If you could be like, yo, I've got Skycity in 2 weeks from now, how would you do it differently? Would you be like, everyone else, fuck off, I'm going to focus on this? Or what would you do?
Yeah, so I would stack like all the...
Because firstly, sorry, before I don't want to jump in, but like, it's not like it's a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? Because you've had, bro, this is what you've wanted your whole life. Fucking,
bro, it's an honor.
You know what I mean? Like getting fucking Skycity, getting people recording you, people following you around you. This is fucking what it's all about, bro. You know, so it's not a bad thing that you got so much on your plate.
No.
But when I say what would you differently, is because like you can always do better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I think so. Like, and bro, you you banged it on the head. I think the reason I was so open to just stacking like my whole week was because I used to watch Kevin Hart's vlogs that he used to post up on YouTube, and he would do these vlogs about like his promo runs when he would go on tour. And bro, he'd just be doing like fucking radio in the morning, like TV in the arvo, and I used to watch these, bro, being like, fuck, I want to do that one day. That looks amazing. And so when I was there,
That's me.
bro,
That's my guy.
I was like living, yeah. So I was genuinely like living a dream. But I think what I will do differently is, the thing I guess I overlooked with Kevin Hart is like the reason he can do so much is because he has like that crew around him, that sort of allow him to have that time off, like even just in between. So any small moments, like my problem was I was doing all that stuff by myself.
Yeah, you almost need someone to be like, fuck off, he's having his half an hour.
Yeah. So even if I was just to bring like my my younger brother along, or just get like a few of the boys around, just be like, hey boys, do you guys reckon you could hang with me for the week?
Gee, that's what Stan's like, bro. When Stan's got a hectic schedule, don't mean to name drop, but he literally just has to have time, bro. He's like,
Yeah.
I've got to play here, but give me these 2 hours, bro. And he has all the boys around, he has a few drinks, you know, like, and I think that calms him down massively.
Yeah.
But bro, you're fucking, honestly, bro, yeah, it's crazy how far you've come, and you should be fucking proud of yourself, bro.
Cheers, bro.
And it's mean that you can learn from this one and be like, yo, I'm gonna fucking smash on the next one even better.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, brother. It means a lot. I think the biggest thing I learned is, it's important to have all those people around you.
Yeah.
Because I see Stan do it, I'm like, fuck, I don't know why I didn't think. Because he's always got like all his boys.
Yeah,
he's
around.
always got someone with him, and I realized the importance of that in that week.
Yeah.
But
bro, from everyone that I saw who went, they fucking loved it.
Yeah. No, I think
It's probably because you're overcritical of yourself, bro.
for sure, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
I bet if you put it live on right now, saying I'm going to go Skycity, it will sell out instantly again, bro.
Yeah.
You know, just because of the name you've made for yourself now, and because you're a fucking funny cunt.
Yeah. No, you're correct, but
Do you know what I mean, though?
yeah, no, for sure, bro. I appreciate it. I think, I don't know. I've always just, it definitely is that, that result of that tall poppy. That my first thing is to think of like what I needed to work on. Don't get me wrong, I'm so proud. It was something that I've been, dreaming of doing for a long time. I think when we last spoke, I would have talked about wanting to do like big theaters and stuff. So,
Yeah. You spoke it into fucking, you literally spoke it and it happened.
yeah. No, it was buzzy, but it was funny because I watched this Joe Rogan podcast with David Cho. If anybody hasn't seen it, watch this Joe Rogan podcast that he does with David Cho, he's like a American Korean artist or something. He's the dude that, I don't know if you ever saw this going around, but he's this painter or artist who he painted Facebook's first like office, and they said either we'll give you like 50K or we'll give you shares in the company, and he said shares in the company.
Oh.
And they're worth like he's obviously like a billionaire now. But he's the man. He's the dude's out the gate. He's out the gate. And they talked about this thing where like they've got this problem as well as every other successful person they know is they're all like super they're never, I guess, content or never satisfied with their lives, and it's because they'll have a goal, they'll reach it, but then they immediately have to think of like what's the next step. They immediately look at the next thing and the next thing.
That's so funny, bro.
Yeah, and these are guys who are massively successful, and they're both talking about how like it's probably the root of like all their like mental struggles come from like that exact thing, and that would be the exact same for me.
And the exact same for me, bro.
Yeah.
I have a sales, like a revenue income for that I used to do every month, bro. And I used to be like, if I get here, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
And then I might hit it in a week, G. And then what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You up it for the next month. What if you hit that? Do you know what I mean?
Just never satisfied.
And I think it fucks with my head massively, bro, as well.
Bro, and it was so interesting listening to this podcast because they were saying like it fucks with my head. It killed some of my friends. They were talking about Anthony Bourdain. How he had that. And they were saying, yeah, it fully can fuck with your life and it can destroy you as a person. But it's made, like they said themselves, this is them saying it, like it's made me so successful. Like that's what they were saying. And it's, I guess it's just that catch-22 of, and you saw it in the MJ documentary he's a miserable dude. Like, you can tell the dude probably hates his life.
He's got no mates either, Joe.
No mates. His family probably hate him. But
He was a dick.
He was a
Firstly, and he was a psychopath.
He was a dickhead and a psycho.
He didn't want to hang out with anyone, but that's what made him so good.
Yeah. He's the greatest athlete of all time.
And you know what, bro? He would only give you, like, because he's a fucking bully. He used to bully Steve Kerr. You saw on the thing, massively. But he would only do that because he didn't think Steve Kerr was working as hard as he would.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't ever bully someone if it wasn't worth being bullied.
Yeah.
He wouldn't bully you because you're small. He'd be like, bro, you're not fucking working as hard as I am. So what the fuck's up? You know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's more a work ethic thing rather than you're a little white boy. I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. You know?
For sure. And it was the more and more like successful people I've met, they sort of have the same thing. And so it's been a hard, I guess it's been a hard thing because I kind of always had this idea of maybe it's something I'll grow out of and it's something that I'll get better at as I get older. But then, you know, hearing it from dudes who are doing things that I've always like wanted to do, and them saying that it's their biggest struggle, but also the thing that has gotten them to where they are, is kind of like, fuck. All right, it's good because now I don't feel like there's anything really wrong with me, but then it's also bad because, shit, this is just this thing that I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life.
I think there's parts that you can sort of tap out of that though. For example, I set goals and my partner always says to me, you set goals, you hit them, you celebrate them.
Yeah.
You take a step back. Like you said, you come to Wellington, you take a step back and you actually think about what you've done. Yeah. Like what you've done, you've massively grown. You've probably hit all your goals fucking in 3 months, G, and you're like, what's now? But you've still got to take a step back and be like, you know what? Remember my thought process 3 months ago when I only had 8,000 followers and no one knew me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to be like, fuck, I've actually done this, bro. And then set new goals. Yeah. It's not more being like, oh, I've hit it, shit. Oh, I've hit it, shit. It's more about taking a step back and actually realizing what you've done, G.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you know what it is? You know what the hardest thing about that step back is, though? Because I think I've taken that step back, and I think the hardest thing that I found about the step back, and I think they talk about this on the podcast as well, is you step back and you're like, fuck. When I imagined this, I thought I was going to feel a certain way, be in a certain position, and I'm not either of those things. And so I think what I have learned out of everything is to not put so much like emotional investment in the idea of getting to these certain places. It has to be me wanting to get there for like the right reasons.
Yeah. True,
Because
bro.
I think there was a small part of me, and this is me just being completely open, I think there was a small part of me that set a lot of the goals that I set thinking, you know, I'm going to be really popular and people are going to like this. I'll be able to walk into this room. I'll be able to do this, do that. And those things didn't come. And then I think, you know, that part of me like that with ego that was looking at it back then, I think because that didn't come, that also was like a big realization, like, okay, fuck, like I should have never have put any like stock in that way of thinking in the first place. Yeah. Because when it didn't come, and you know, like who has any control over that kind of shit? That I was disappointed in something that may have never ever been there. So that's been like another interesting part of it. And so I'm making sure now that the things that I'm shooting for, I actually am truly just doing them for me.
For your the right reasons.
Not that like Skycity or building my social media following, those weren't goals that I was doing for the wrong reasons. Yeah. But there were a few things in a few ways I was doing things that definitely were. So I think just coming to that realization and being open that I do, like, there's times where I do things out of arrogance and out of, you know, wanting to probably impress people.
Gee, how old are you?
25. You're the same age, eh?
26, but I always I'm so hard on myself, G.
Yeah.
And you're like, bro, you're sold out Skycity. You're the youngest person to do that. You're on top of the world, brother. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and I think that's why you're so successful, though, because you're so hard on yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're fucking 25, G. You're fucking doing well. You know what I mean?
Sure, cuz.
And you just got to remember that, bro. And it's crazy. A question I was going to ask as well, bro, like, obviously 6 months ago or whatever, you're on the poddy talking shit, and now you're here. What's changed, bro? What has been like the top 3 things that's like changed the most?
I think like changed, so like literal changes.
Obviously not the size of your cock, it's still small.
Nah, it's actually smaller.
Is it?
Brotherhood.
True.
Yeah.
Those pills not helping?
Well, at least we'll do it to you, bro. That wind will get in your undies.
That wind will fuck you up. I've seen it firsthand.
But yeah, bro. No, my cock's actually, I think it's getting bigger. Like,
You'd hope so.
At least in my head. Yeah. Not like my physical.
The
Like the head of
the
my
head.
penis.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
Yeah, I think it has.
True. That's
But I
good.
think that's thrush. I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's because of any like career progression I've had. I think that's an STD. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, maybe go check that out. I'll 100 get it checked out. So, but like, what has actually changed, bro? Like from, 6, like day to, I want to say day to day, but just like what's changed in your life? Or was it similar?
Yeah. I mean, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie. There are a few differences. Probably just like, getting stopped on the street and stuff. You
got some new cousins?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, got a few new cousins that come out from the woodwork.
Yeah, well, I think Fiji's. I think the flights in Fiji got a bit cheaper, so they all came over to.
Did they?
Yeah, and so
they
they stopped me in the street. Hey, Vanaka bros. I'm like, hey, sup, cuz? Up to.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's probably like the biggest difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit like here and there, so it was quite manageable before, but I don't know. It seems like it's all the time now.
Yeah.
Which is, bro, I'm never like an awkward person in in any sort of situation, like meeting new people and stuff. But I'm so awkward when people come up to me like on the street and stuff.
Like, hey, come a photo.
Bro, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm always like, yeah, bro, what's up? And because I'm good mates with Willie, Wairua.
Yeah.
So another name drop. Sorry, folks. Sorry, fine.
Shout out to Willie.
There's been a few. Shout out Willie. But I just see him with people, and like obviously with him, it's constant.
Yeah, bro.
But he's just so natural. Like
Yeah.
always gives everybody a good amount of time, like long enough that they feel valued, but not so long that it gets awkward.
Yeah.
My problem is I go too long.
Do you?
So I get to the point where it gets a bit awkward because I'm like,
You can go now. Nah.
well, like, bro, you'll laugh at this. I'm actually the one that's like carrying it on past the point of where it's because like when they come up to me, I'm like massively appreciative.
Yeah.
I always seem to carry the conversation too long because I'm like trying to show them that
It's probably
I'm
newer
thankful.
to you though.
Yeah,
You know?
of course.
Yeah.
So that's probably like the only real new thing in regards to everything else. I'm
How about this
still
one, bro?
Still
Yeah, you
handsome.
got still this one piece, yeah.
Still handsome.
Bro, how about this one?
Sickies.
Like when you
Still
started
sick.
this whole comedy journey and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And you had those friends that were like, oh, whatever, Joey. Like when I started, people were like, oh yeah, bro, you're the man. Like
Yeah, 100.
start a clothing label, good one, bro.
100.
And then they go like this, where are you? And then they end up coming back.
Oh,
somehow.
bro, yeah, nah. It's,
Have you got a few of those as well?
funny enough, full
Sorry,
circle.
people that are listening and not watching.
I didn't know Blair Street was a circle. I thought it was a
Bro,
straight line.
so people that are sort of, you're not sort of hating on you at the start for doing, comedy and stuff. And because, Joe's been doing his stuff for a long time now on social media. And it's only, as I said, recently blow up about a year ago, whenever, started getting traction. But before that, I'm sure you would have got some people being like, the fuck are you doing, bro? And then now they're probably sharing it, being like, this is my day one.
Yeah, oh, bro.
Are you getting a little bit of that? No disrespect to your day ones either.
No, oh, bro, you'll be... it's funny, like, all my day ones know who they are, so they'll know anytime anyone, claims, a certain thing, a certain association with me, it's always a good laugh. But I don't know, it's... I try to look at it positively, I guess. It can be frustrating, but I try to look at it in a positive light, if certain people are going out of their way to kind of be associated, then that's clearly in whatever like way they think of the world. If that's if I'm the type of person they want to be seen with, then I don't know, I guess. But I guess I'm trying to say it in a political way. But like, it can be fucking annoying for sure. Because like I think to all the times where like I was trying to get things off the ground and
They were like,
there was and then
nice one, bro.
yeah, and then now I guess like people in a way try and make it about themselves.
Yeah.
Which I'm completely cool with, because like I'm not, ironically, I'm not.
Don't give a
I'm
fuck.
not like big on attention or people knowing what I'm up to. But it's just a funny thing, bro. And
Yeah.
it's always, I guess, like the funniest ones are the ones that they'll slide in. They'll be like, bro, so proud of you. Like, fuck, I remember when you were doing this. Bro, I've been doing this thing, and it's like,
do you mind just sharing this on your story?
yeah, bro, fucking.
Hey, I'm trying to bring the thing off the ground. I've got a new clothing label.
Oh, yeah.
It's called You Know Clothing. Do you mind just chucking on your story? But people are like that, bro.
Bro, people, yeah, 100%, and they'll come.
Message request. Sorry, bro, I didn't see it.
Oh, bro, it's funny. Like, there'll be a lot of them. Fuck, bro. I remember when we were doing this, or I was so proud of you. Last message is from like 2011. And the first thing they asked me for is a favor, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's
a funny little thing, eh?
Yeah, and to be honest, I think the reason I don't really know how to talk about it is because it's because I just don't really know. I probably don't even really know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah.
So I can't. Yeah, I don't really have like a way to put it in words. But all I know is that there's times when I'm like not feeling the best that it can be super frustrating.
Yeah, for sure.
But then a lot of the time it's just a laugh too.
For sure.
But no, there is a lot of people that come out the woodwork when you start doing things that are like perceived as like worth their time.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah, and it's funny, the people that then decide like whatever you're doing is worth their time, they're usually like not up to fucks themselves anyway.
Gee, 100%. Fucking vibe with that, G. Holy fuck.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I guess that's the way I look at it. Is like,
yeah.
You're doing that because you're not up to much. So it's like, it's of no threat to me. The people that if I do feel any threat, because I'm not like fucking the dude that's going to say like, no, I'm not threatened by anyone. Like, I'm not jealous of anyone. The people that I like look up to and I'm trying to chase, they're doing like fucking
massive things.
Huge things.
Yeah.
So,
you can't even fucking equate it to New Zealand.
Nah. So I'm not worried about like what fucking dudes in, places near me are doing.
Dudes in Lower Hutt at the mall fucking
straight up shit. Fucking shout out Queensgate.
Shout out, hey, great place by the way. I had a few dates out there actually.
Fuck, I bet you did.
When I was 14.
What was the go-to date at Queensgate? Like,
Queensgate?
What were you taking them?
It's a good question actually. I probably before I tell them to meet me outside and I just go via the fake joke. I think it was to a shop back in the day, and I'd get myself the biggest bling I could see, and I'd chuck it in my ear. Yeah, so like sort of like so big that I had to like lean my ear down a little bit.
Like the cuzzies with the big circle.
Like,
earlobe thing,
huge, bro. And it was like lean. You could do like hula hoops, like fucking skipping and shit through that. And then I'd probably take them to Macca's for a hunger buster.
Yeah, people don't.
With a side of your boy, and then
shut your ass up. But people don't realize like those dudes with the big earlobes, they like invented like the whip, like the nay, all the hip hop moves.
Did they?
Yeah, because like because you know how it's
halfway there.
Because they're already leaning, and then they're getting their chain like connected to their jeans, and like, you know what I mean?
That's smart. That's how it all started.
Yeah,
fucking 100%. Shout out to you guys.
And the Millie Rock is just them just airing out like their black nail polish. 100%.
Is this facts?
And, yeah. And the whatever that one is, that's just that's just them putting the choker on, like the studded choker that just.
Didn't you used to wear that for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, for ages.
What do you think I'm up to tonight? I'm trying to find the skinniest belt I can.
I've got some 5 questions for you. Quick fire questions. You ready? First one. Worst date.
Fuck, I've been on some shockers.
I'm not even surprised either.
Brotherhood, I've been catfished.
Have you?
Like fully catfished.
Fuck, you're pretty catfish though.
Bro, to be honest, I reckon I can be sometimes. But
I mean, because your OnlyFans, it looks like pretty big when you look from afar, but
Zoom will
I've seen it about 5 minutes.
Zoom will do that.
I've seen it about 5 minutes ago. And
I got it out on the Zoom too.
Yeah. It's quite small.
But straight up, have you ever been catfished?
Not like properly, but fuck, I've got a funny story, bro. This is from back in the day, but oh fuck. But Bebo days. She had a photo and she was like, her mouth was always closed, G. Like, taking selfies and shit. And then
she had an ulcer.
Gee, I seen her.
Tell her to eat some veggies.
Gee, obviously met her at Reading Cinemas.
Have to. Oh, that was a staple, eh?
That was a spot. Reading Cinemas with my blonde mohawk and my lower t-shirt. And I went and saw her, bro, and she was like, hey, and she opened her mouth, bro. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this. Opened her mouth, bro. Her teeth were next level buggered. Like, I'm talking like
Yellow?
black teeth,
Black.
bro, like out the gate, and I was like,
Crooked.
holy. And then, bro, do you know how bad it was? I was like, holy
She
fuck.
just suck your piece.
No, she didn't suck my piece, bro.
You sucked hers.
I was like, bro, we went to the movies, and I was like, I'll get the tickets. I went to talk to the guy, and I said,
He's a rich guy.
no, and I said, what's the shortest movie? The shortest movie, bro. And then he said, this one. And it was like 90 minutes, still an hour and a half. And I was like, fuck. And then when I watched the movie and straight home, bro, I looked on their photos when I got home and it was all mouth closed. And I was like,
She got you good.
Gee, and I'm talking like black, bro. And I'm like, come on, bro.
How do you get black? How old were you? 14.
14.
How do you get black teeth at 14?
Fuck knows. But fuck, if you're watching this, hopefully your teeth sorted.
I hope she got one of the, the ones where you put the paste on and you,
Oh, bro.
right, whatever that is.
What are they
Shout
called? Go. Oh, what is it called? The smart. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Fuck, I hope. What's that?
Anyway, what's your worst date?
What's that shredded dentist name in Auckland? The shredded ass dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the one?
What the
The
multi
bro.
fella?
Yeah, fuck, he needs to sort her out.
Yeah, Hutt, bro. Yeah, link in bio. So yeah, tell me about your worst date, bro.
Scott Waghorn.
Stats
Yeah,
it,
Dr.
Scotty.
Waghorn.
Buck, you're a legend, bruv. Sort
Shout
her
out
out.
Scotty Wags.
I'll CC you on an email.
Sorry, my worst date. No, as I said, I had some shockers. I had a catfish.
Oh yeah, tell me
Where,
about your catfish then. Tell me about your catfish.
No, so I've had a catfish where I met up with her, and this would have been 20. This would have been when, bro. Do you remember when the go-to was to like meet up at Lions games
Yes,
or like the Sevens?
it's good. It's good because a
Good
lot
on-
of people there.
Yeah, you're always with the boys.
Distractions.
Yeah,
And if you want to, you can get.
easy gap. So this one time, it was, and because bro, fuck, like, and this is one of the things I miss about school, is you always had the boys around you as an excuse to be like, oh no, the boys want to go sit.
Gee, the bro's wasted. I gotta go, babe. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know we're 12, but
I know we're 12, but still,
that ginger beer was on.
that
and so-
ginger beer was nothing.
And so she was in her group of friends. So I was like, hey, where are you guys? Oh, we're hanging out aisle 13. I think she was Tana Umanga aisle.
Yep.
I think she loved a good short ball, so
Yeah.
she loved TU.
Up the guts.
Yeah.
Cully offloads. What do
Yeah.
you want?
She loved a dude that ran for the gap. And so me and the boys were just walking around. We're chilling at this Lions game. And I was texting her and the boys were like with me. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just going to go find this chick. This one I've been talking to on Facebook. And
Was it Facebook then?
yeah, it
Must
would have
be.
been Facebook.
Just.
It would have been Facebook.
Well, how old are you? 18.
No, this is 2010, bro. I was like 15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah. And
Oh,
so
fuck, 10 years ago. Jesus, 15. Okay.
my first catfish at 15.
Shit.
I was on.
It wasn't even called catfish then.
No, brotherhood.
It was called bad luck then.
Fuck, it was called weird. Yeah, bro. So I was with the boys. Well, they were like, we're outside this aisle. And I still remember this so clearly. We're walking up. I text her, oh yeah, we're just walking down now. Where are you guys? What are you wearing? And she's like, I'm wearing this like orange dress. I don't know what the color she said, but she said a color that's like only she would be wearing.
Lucky that wasn't me because I'm colorblind.
Yeah. Right, so we walked down. I'm looking for orange dress.
Look at
Yeah, sure enough. We walked down. Look at orange dress. I'm like, oh yeah, we're coming down now. And we were just far enough that they can't really see us, but we could see them because the curves, you can get away with it. And she turns around. I see her in her orange dress from afar. She turns around, and I've got quite good eyesight. I see her, and I go to the boys. Oh, nah, she's gone, boys. Let's go back.
Oh,
And-
why?
Because brotherhood just nothing like what she looked like. I think she must have posted her year 8 photos.
Hey, I'm just, okay, I don't mean to throw a fucking give it a curveball in here, but does she have a few more kgs on?
How do I put this politely? Let's just say, I don't even know how to say it. in a way
Was she
that's-
bulking?
Yeah, and it was summer.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so she would have shredded, and that was her shredding stage? Or?
But she looked like she was at comp stage.
Was she?
She looked like she was mid-comp.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Nah, but I just remember that was my first instance of catfish.
That's
I don't
crazy,
know why
bro.
that was the first one I thought of, but I genuinely told the boys, oh, nah, I think she's gone home.
She's gone home.
Yeah.
That must have been like instant, like, holy fuck, the boys can't too.
Yeah, no, the boys can't see her. But I guess recent one, I don't know if I talked about this on this podcast the last time, but I don't know. I had a recent-ish. This was probably like a year and a half ago, and went back with like a Tinder date, and we raided.
Yeah. You had sex? We get it. You're obviously sexually active.
We had sick use.
Yeah.
And
you had sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
We had we had sex, and
Jesus. No jokes.
and that was
Unreal.
from me. But then we genuinely started talking about Jesus and the Bible and stuff, and she started talking about why she believes in the Bible, and she just saying shit like, yeah, I know Jesus will deliver me like when my time's right. And I was like, fuck, who ordered you? Like, where's he delivering? Like, where's the drop off when you? I was saying shit like that, but she was fully serious, talking to me about Jesus and that, because she had like Jesus stuff in her room.
Isn't it sex or marriage?
Bro, fucking had 2 legs up like 5 minutes beforehand. My legs.
Remix.
But yeah, bro, it was awkward.
That's at the gate.
Yeah.
Was she getting the demons straight away?
Yeah, straight up. She's trying to find
She
it.
just had sex. Oh fuck! I'm marrying this guy.
Yeah, shit, bro. Fuck, it was.
That's
fucking
nuts,
pretty
bro.
Close, yeah. It was crazy, and so that would be up there as well. I don't know, bro. I could honestly fucking go all day. I've been on.
All right, we'll go second question.
Okay, sorry.
Favorite Wellington cafe? Don't say McDonald's. Don't say McCafe.
Bro, I'm the worst like cafe. I don't really go to like cafes a whole lot, but I remember they used to. I've always just got a story that's just not related to the question you asked. So, anyways, bro, there used to be this place called like the Roast House or something, just off of one street over from Cuba Street. It was down like this little alleyway sort of thing. You know how there's that alleyway?
Are you sure it's a cafe?
I mean, they sell coffee. Amongst other things.
What do they sell on the side?
They sold black little things that were getting roasted, but I don't know what that means either. But bro, I ordered. It was this roast house. They called it a roast house, and I ordered a hot chocolate. They started laughing. So like, I'm that dude. I order hot chocolate.
Oh
and,
no,
like,
you don't.
Yeah. So they had a place.
You can't order yourself.
Nah. Fuck, it took me a while to click. Thank you. But no, they had a place with like hella beans, and I'm rocking up like ordering hot chocolate, and it was unreal.
You got to get a long black or a flat white or something. You don't drink coffee?
I already got one, but
You get a short black.
It's
It's the roasted. That's your cafe?
yeah.
Okay.
No. That's not the cafe I'm suggesting go to. They laughed at me. They laughed at my order.
So where's your cafe you go to?
All right. So I went to
Swimsuit. No?
Swimsuit.
Have you been
That's Tate's place.
Main little joint, bro.
No, I watched I think they chucked up like a few videos.
Yeah,
and
it's a good fella, bro.
And I've watched those.
Me and Coffee too.
Did you go to your school?
Yeah, Cole.
Yeah, because I only know about it because I used to go to school with Willie,
Oh, did
who
you?
works there. Yeah. Willie went to Scots.
Little Blom. Bro,
Yeah.
he's a good fella. eh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shout out Willie.
Fuck, shout out Willie, boy.
I actually have to go check out Swimsuit, but because
How long are you here for? We'll go, bro. I'll
It's-
take it. Bro, it's mean G. It's mean.
here till Monday,
Okay,
so not long.
we'll go tomorrow. Essentially, with a long. We'll get a short break.
Do they do food?
They do they do Mickey scones, bro.
Okay.
Like for the morning.
I'm good for a scone. No, I love Swimsuit.
Yeah.
I've actually never been, but I just watched the videos and love
So
it.
what if you
Love a Welly boy
okay,
doing
if you're
things.
taking a girl out for a coffee, where are you gonna take her?
Do you
and what?
love that any question you ask, I don't answer it,
Yeah,
but I have a
yeah.
long answer?
You do, yeah. You're good at that. You're fucking good at that.
Bro, okay, cafe.
Mixed travel.
Hey guys, thanks for coming on.
It's literally quick 5. We're at 2A after fucking 40 minutes. I'm gonna say I'll just say Swimsuit. Shout out Swimsuit.
Okay,
Even though I've never been.
Okay.
I love the boys.
Most embarrassing moment on stage.
Holy. I've had a few blunders.
So one that comes to mind, you're fucking on the yellow. Holy shit.
That was bad. Okay. This one's quite bad. This was quite recently in Christchurch. Now, please don't give me any shit for this, anyone. I said this completely unknowingly, and I was genuinely very embarrassed. It's actually like, I'm smiling because it's not that funny, but
Oh no,
It was
I know what's coming.
It was awkward. So I was in Christchurch and I was talking to this couple who they met in Hagley Park in Christchurch. And so basically like the line I was going along with is that they were obviously like fucking in Hagley Park.
Yes.
Like, what else are you doing at Hagley Park?
Yeah.
And so I said, you guys just ran amok in Hagley Park. You guys terrorized Hagley Park. Obviously, I said that in Christchurch.
Shit. But
you saw where I was going.
I knew you
saw where I was going.
Yes.
And
And
you saw
obviously you
why.
didn't mean yes. So that was one of your most, yes. Okay.
And that's why I was laughing because it's so silly.
Fucking
such a-
hell.
it was such a silly-
You put your foot in your fucking throat, didn't you?
I shouldn't have said it.
But hey, it's what happens when you're in this sort of business.
But I was, these two people telling me about how they fucking Hagley Park. I don't actually know. They didn't actually tell me how they fucked in Hagley Park.
But that's
They just said they met
the
there.
joke you're going with. And that's what happens.
They ran amok in Hagley Park.
And that's what happens. That's fucking pretty bad too.
That's pretty bad. But
But
if I said they were fucking in Waitangi Park in Wellies and they terrorized there,
would have been fine.
sweet.
Yeah.
So that was the line I was
That
going
was,
along
yeah, of course. And it's not like you were fucking trying to go around the terror thing. You know what I mean? Terrorized, sorry.
with.
You know what I mean?
Of course not.
See, no one watching this? He didn't mean it. Nah. Number 4. Craziest thing you've seen from the stage. So you're up there.
Okay, this is a good story. This is a good
Shout
story.
Hayden for the question.
This is a good story. Shout out Hayes. Shout out Hayes. This is a good story. This is probably the first time I've told it on a public podcast. I told this to my Patreon, but I'll tell it now. Okay, so this involves a very famous New Zealand comedian. There's the clickbait for you. Very famous New Zealand comedian. So I was this is the most out the gate thing I've ever seen on stage. I was emceeing this gig and it's an open mic, so it's relatively new acts. And one of the biggest things in stand-up that you don't do is if you're a comedian, you never heckle another comedian. So like you just never do it because it's you as a comedian know better than anyone like how
How it feels.
frustrating heckling can be if you're not ready to handle it.
Yeah.
And so this is obviously like if you people heckle me, like I don't give a fuck. Like it's part of my thing, like handling hecklers.
For people that don't know what heckling is, it's when you're speaking at a you're doing a performance and you're saying a joke and people are like shouting from the crowd, being like, "You're shit," or
Yeah.
"Oh, where'd you get your t-shirt from?" Like
Yeah.
just trying to sort of give you shit, just for context.
Yeah, basically like breaking the rhythm. Just interrupting.
Yeah. Just being an absolute fucking dickhead.
Yeah, just being a fucking
Just-
fuckwit.
Obviously had a few too many drinks or just trying to be that guy to impress your girlfriend. You're not even that funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this dude's a very famous New Zealand comedian, so he knows better. I've already given part of it away.
What's his name?
His name was Joey D. And I'm not fucking. Anyways,
Okay.
don't interrupt me.
My heckling.
Bro, so this famous New Zealand comedian, he rocks in and starts heckling like all the younger acts. And so I'm the MC, so I'm hosting the night. So I'm walking up to him and I'm like, bro, like, that's bullshit what you're doing. Fucking cut it out. Like, stop being a dickhead. And he's a dude who'll look at me and be like, you're a young buck as well. Like, don't fucking talk to me like that. He didn't say this, but that's his attitude. Like, that's how he responded. Basically, he's just like, whatever. And then anyways, he keeps doing it. And so I told him again, like, to fuck off. And so he at least moves down to the back. But then as he's walking down the back, because he's so wasted, he trips up and he falls into this lady and, like, gropes her. And she's with her husband, who's sitting right next to him. We're sitting right next to her. So he falls over, like, all over this lady and, like, touches her in ways that, bro, you don't need to touch her in order for you to regain your balance and stand up. And so this guy, the husband next to her, like, pushes him away and is like, fuck off, you fucking idiot. And then this dude, this comedian, swings a punch at him. Bro, husband dodges it, uppercuts him, knocks him out.
Sorry, what? So the comedian swings,
misses, husband dodges, uppercut, knocks him out. I have to pick him off the ground and take him outside, knocked out.
Can we get his name?
I'll tell you after.
Okay, cool.
I'll be surprised if I say.
Hey, link in bio.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if I say her and you won't know. But
okay. Is he tall?
Right, everyone, fuck, you'll know who this.
Is he tall?
You'll know who this.
Is he tall though?
I can't give away any clues.
Okay, cool. Great story.
It's gonna
though.
be in my book.
Great story though.
Oh, Brotherhood, it's gonna be in my book with the name.
Okay.
10 years time. Link in bio.
Last question.
Pre-order. That's a good story though.
That's a great story. I'm probably going to say one up the greats. To be fair, that was really good.
Thank you.
What is the most amount of beers you've had before going on stage, or drinks?
Not many. Nah, that's a lie.
Not many.
So I never.
I don't.
If any. Okay, so this is another very funny story, and I actually told this last time I was here. The
Yeah.
Guy Williams story.
Are you gonna answer the question or no?
Yeah.
Oh, during the story.
Yeah, during the
Okay,
story.
cool.
Do you remember that Guy Williams story I told last time where I rocked up and I was pissed as when I was opening for him?
Yes.
And he hated me for it?
Yes.
I'd been drinking since 8 o'clock that morning and the gig was 8 p.m. that night. So copious amounts.
Yeah. So you would have had about a beer by then.
Yeah.
The amount of alcohol you can consume. Fuck. So you had a few.
But for anybody that doesn't know, basically, like, I was so drunk at this gig that I was opening for Guy Williams in Dunedin that my phone rang and I answered it on stage and just started talking on my phone.
That's out the gate.
That's out the
That's
gate.
some confidence.
I was fucking, yeah. So I was talking on my phone on stage, like texting and shit. And when I introduced Guy, I was like, I fucking hate this dude. Fuck this motherfucker. Guy Williams brought him on. I was pissed. Yeah.
How many beers did you have by then? Just like roughly.
But I think I was sober. No, I'd had at least I reckon like close to 2 boxes of long whites. I'm not a huge drinker, so that's a lot for me.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I probably had close to 2 boxes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of alcohol.
Yeah. No, I was pissed. That was St. Paddy's Day 2018.
Fuck.
St. Patrick's Day.
Shout out to Guy Williams.
Shout out Guy Williams.
101 when you're ready.
Appreciate you, Bus.
Bro, did we do starter main dessert last time you were here? Was that must have come in afterwards?
I don't think so.
So what we do on the podcast here? I actually no. Before that, if there's one person you think I should get on, who would it be?
I reckon you should get on. I reckon you should get. Who I want you to do a podcast with is the guy that owns 121.
Who's that?
That Ollie DeSalis.
Don't know him.
Bro, he runs.
That bar.
You know, I hate. Yeah, bro, 121. They're fucking cool. They they do like the 121 festival, which is like around here. They have that 121 club.
True.
They're young as dudes.
Yeah.
I remember when they first started blowing up, they were just throwing house parties. And I went to one of them. Unreal, bro. That was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
True.
And it was
Fuck, I know
unreal.
1 2 bar 1 2 1. I'm not really into that music, but
The
I
dudes are like 21, bro.
oh, true. What's his
young-
name again?
Ollie DeSalis, I think.
You know?
I don't know him personally. Nah. I've just read heaps about them. Bro, there's a dude that went to your school that does it as well, I'm pretty sure.
True. So whoever runs those festivals,
Cam Morris? Is that a name? I think I might have made that up.
Cam Morris,
I think I made that up.
John Smith.
Lockie. Lockie Nickel? I think I made up that second name. I don't know.
I'll have a think. It's a good shout, bro. He's in
Bro.
Wellington.
Yeah, Wellington, young entrepreneur, cool, doing cool shit.
Cool.
He'd be a great one.
Awesome.
And Tate as well, bro. Has he been
Yeah,
on?
I'm getting him on, bro.
Bro, he'd be cool.
He's the man, bro.
He'd be cool. I'd watch that. Wow, I want to see young
Entrepreneurs,
business people,
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, don't get me on ever again. There's way cooler cunts than me.
I mean,
there's
I like
not.
the story behind the micro penis,
There
though.
isn't better ones.
Micro penis is pretty good.
The micro penis is unreal.
All right.
It's
Last
done.
question.
I'll put on a clinic with it.
So you're taking a girl out, right? So actually, no, you're not taking a girl out. You can do this. You can actually take this question wherever you want it to go. So you're taking someone out for dinner, and this is your last dinner before you pass away. It gets very deep. But what you want to do?
What am I dying from?
You're having a starter, a main, and a dessert with this person. So you're not going to pass away after this, but it's someone that you really, really like admire, or someone that you may not have the chance to sit down with, but I'm giving you a chance right now. You can have a dinner with anyone you want, and you're going to have a starter, a main, and a dessert with them. Who is this person? I want to say celebrity guest, but I want to say anyone. You can have literally anyone. So, for example, I say you can go any way about this because you can be like, yo, Kevin Hart because he's a fucking funny cunt. Or Michael Jordan because he's a fucking psychopath, best basketball player ever. LeBron James. You know, like, you can go any way you want.
Yeah.
Firstly, who's the person you want to have it with?
But I want to say Taika.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Taika, it's a good shout.
100%.
Okay, cool. And what's your starter going to be?
Starter, I'm going to go. So it's not breakfast, lunch, dinner. Starter, main.
Starter, main, dessert.
So starter, I'm going garlic bread.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job, bro.
Yeah.
Only one person said that, and I was like, why doesn't everyone's like prawns? You don't want prawns. You want garlic bread.
Who the fuck eats prawns?
Prawns, like this.
What is this? Topol?
Bro.
Garlic bread starter.
Yeah, main.
Glad you're on there. But not like the bullshit garlic bread you get at a fancy restaurant where it's like fucking that
Like
shit. I want
Homebread,
I want like
homemade.
the baguette.
Yes,
shit.
hearty.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
I get
cut
you.
out. Main.
You can't have me, just firstly. You just can't have me for the mains. Maybe dessert.
What can I have for my side piece? Shut the hell up. My main's gonna be. But honestly, I might go mac and cheese.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, I might
Bro,
go,
this is a great start, bro.
I might go macaroni
I
and cheese.
love mac and cheese and garlic bread.
I might go macaroni and
What's your
cheese.
dessert going to be?
Apple pie. With,
Fuck yes.
with vanilla. Can I say with vanilla ice cream or
yeah,
nah?
you can have
Just,
what yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
Fuck, that was a great shout.
Just those two. Yeah, just
That's
those
awesome,
two.
bro. And what are you gonna discuss with Taika?
Bro, I wouldn't even know.
Just gonna pick his brain.
I think one of the things I would ask Taika is like just how to say yourself as yourself.
Yeah.
Probably.
Shit, that's a good question because he's done that well.
Bro, like he's just himself in like fucking like major Hollywood blockbuster movies, which are notorious for like changing every fucking person that walks through them. So that would probably be a big part of our conversation is how he just is able to maintain like himself through fucking all that probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd be like my biggest idol by far.
Mean. All right, bruv. We'll cut it there.
Sweet, bro. How long was that?
An hour 10. Allow 11.
That was an hour too long.
But what I want to finish with is obviously, you know, since we last spoke about your goals and shit, you've obviously just blown them out of the water. And I know I've congratulated you before, but I really, really want to congratulate you because you've honestly put in the mahi, and it's good to see like how far you've come, bro. And fucking I keep going back to it, but selling out Skycity is like, yeah, everyone says selling out Skycity, but it's the biggest venue in New Zealand, bro. One of the, but like in terms of comedy, bro, it's unreal.
So bad.
Do you know what I mean? Coming from where you were and where you are now, and you know, I wish you all the best for the future. And I know you're gonna crack big things, and yeah, bro, just proud of you, to be honest, bro.
Appreciate
it's awesome,
it, bro.
and I appreciate you coming on again.
I always appreciate you having me, bro. Sorry, cuz the throat's a bit blocked up, but it means a lot being here, bro. Appreciate you always. You've been supporting me for a long time, so it's the least I can do. It means a lot to be here, bro. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's do it. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you.